out on Grant.
It was a story that rocked the valley about a crazed gunman getting jumped by a bunch of customers after police say the suspect shot and killed a young father inside a Phoenix Circle K store in May of 2018. We spoke to the victim's wife months after her husband, Efren Hernandez, was killed.
How can you go in somewhere and shoot someone that you don't know?
Joel Carson was charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and 8 counts of aggravated assault. But his case never went to trial because Carson was declared mentally incompetent. Legal experts tell us when a defendant in Arizona is deemed not competent to stand trial, it's extremely difficult to reverse that. But that may be about to change. The Arizona Supreme Court issued a ruling Wednesday that opens the door for prosecutors to resubmit criminal charges if they believe a mentally ill defendant has been rehabilitated.
What they've done is they've changed the rules a little bit about how they can refile the charges. This new case says basically that the prosecution, if they have a good faith belief that somebody has been restored or is competent now, they can refile the charges.
Phoenix criminal defense attorney Dwane Cates tells us the Arizona Supreme Court gives prosecutors a pathway to resubmit charges if they have a reasonable belief that a defendant is no longer incompetent. And that's what was presented in the Joel Carson case.
In this case, what happened was the person had a civil commitment where they were in a mental institution, and the people in the mental institution said, we're going to discharge you, and we think you're doing better. And so the prosecutor said, okay, well, now we're going to recharge him because he's probably been restored.
Now, just because a case is resubmitted doesn't automatically mean it will move forward. The process simply starts over again with a competency hearing to determine if a defendant is mentally fit to stand trial. It will be interesting to see how many cases get refiled across the state. In studio, Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.